We're going to start with the first box, and just like on Monday, this one's not asking us which sentences are complete or anything like that. It's asking us which ones are compound sentences. Remember, compound sentences are when you have two complete sentences and you stick them together. You make them into one sentence. I told you on Monday, to combine two complete sentences, you need two things. Who can tell me what are the two things you need to combine the complete sentences? You can give me one of the things, or if you remember both, you can give me two. What do we need when we're trying to put two complete sentences together? One of them was real itty bitty. They're kind of easy to miss. And the other one we had a list. We had a couple choices of things we could use to combine it. If you're not sure, you could always take a look back at our first slide or our first day for Monday and look and see what was it that we needed. We needed two things. What were those two things that we need to combine the complete sentence? One of them was a mark. Does anyone remember what the mark was called? It wasn't a period, but it was a mark kind of like it. What was the mark that we used to combine the sentences? Kaylee? That's okay. Take your time. A comma. Perfect. So we needed a comma and we needed one of our fanboy words, our conjunctions. I'm going to write them again here. So we have them.
I know the answer.
So we needed a comma and one of our fanboy words. Let's look at sentence one. My dog hates baths, but he is all muddy. Is sentence one a compound sentence? Who can tell me? Should I put a check mark on it or should I leave it blank? Okay? Sentence one gets a check mark. It has a comma and it has one of my fanboy words. We're combining my dog hates baths and he is all muddy. We use the conjunction but because we're showing opposites. We know that he doesn't like baths, but if he's all muddy, he can't stay like that, right? You can't leave your dog all full of mud and dirt and water and all that. You can't leave them dirty. You have to take them a bath. Okay, let's check sentence two. I asked mom if I could give him a bath and she said yes. Did sentence two get a check mark or no check mark? Bella, you say no. You're right. It has one of the two things, but it's missing one of them. Do you know what it's missing, Bella? What's missing from sentence two? Do you remember what it's called?
31 wait, never mind.
Who can help Bella out? What is it that it's missing? Why doesn't it get a check mark? Nakai, why doesn't sentence two get a check mark?
It doesn't have a comma.
It doesn't have the comma. It's got the conjunction. It has and, which is one of our fanboy words, but no comma. Sentence 3. I gathered all the supplies, but we couldn't find Lucky anywhere. Should sentence 3 get a check mark or should it stay blank? You can tell me. Nakai, what do you think? Should it get a check mark or does it stay blank?
Stay blank.
Why?
Because it has
You're right. I'm combining sentences. I gathered all the supplies. They got everything together to wash the dog, and they can't find him. They have the conjunction to combine those sentences, but they don't have the comma. So that's also blank. So for the first box today, there's only one sentence that was a compound sentence. It was just sentence number 1. Okay, second box. Circle the prepositions, underline the prepositional phrases. So remember, prepositions tell us where or when or how something is happening. We found Spotty hiding under the porch. Who thinks they know where my prepositional phrase is? We found Spotty hiding under the porch. Kylie. Okay, under and where was Spotty under? Under the porch. So we're gonna circle under and we're gonna underline. Whoop. We're gonna underline under the porch. Very good job. Okay, sentence 2. We whistled so Spotty would come to us. We whistled so Spotty would come to us. This one's a little tricky. Who thinks they know where the preposition is? Ideen.
would
Not would, but you're very close to it.
come.
So they're whistling, so that Spotty goes where?
What?
Where is Spotty gonna go?
So Spotty could come to them.
To them. So we have our preposition come, and what's the phrase? Come to us. So not go to the neighbor's house, not go across the street, but when they whistle, the dog will come to them. Okay, sentence 3. Spotty finally ran out, but he darted across the yard. Spotty finally ran out, but he darted across the yard. Where's our preposition there? Spotty finally came out, but he darted across the yard. What's our preposition? Kylie, you think you found this one too? What do you think? What part of that sentence is telling us where or when or how something is happening? Across. Okay. So we know where he's running, right? But across what? Across the yard. So our preposition is the word across. I'm going to make my circle a little bit bigger. And across what? He's running across the yard. This dog really does not want a bath. Okay, sentence 4. We chased after Spotty for 30 minutes. This one's another tricky one. We chased after Spotty for 30 minutes. Aideen?
Chase?
Not chased. Chased is a verb. It tells us what they're doing. But remember, prepositions tell us where or when or how.
After?
After is a preposition. So we have after what?
After body
Okay.
30.
Okay. So after Spotty is one, and then there's actually a second one, which is for 30 minutes. So they're telling us two prepositions. One, what are they chasing after, which is Spotty? And two, how long are they chasing? So this one has two of them. After Spotty for 30, need one more line, 30 minutes. The number 4 was tricky. It had two of them in there. Two things that told us how or where or when. They chased after Spotty and they chased him for 30 minutes. So that dog really, really did not want to be caught. 30 whole minutes of running around. Okay, now it's our chance to combine some sentences. Spotty was all muddy. He didn't want to take a bath. We know that we need two things, the comma and the conjunction. So the first thing that's going to happen is we have to change this period to a comma. So we'd have Spotty was all muddy, and not period, comma. But who can tell me what fanboy word, what conjunction sounds the best? What conjunction should I use in the middle of these sentences? Haley, make sure we're focused. Alexa, what do you think? Spotty was all muddy, but he didn't want to take a bath. And notice something. Since he isn't the start of the sentence anymore, I have to make it lowercase. And you're right. We'd use but because there's opposites here. Again, the dog is all muddy. He's dirty. But even though he's dirty, he still doesn't want to take a bath. I guess it's kind of easier with people. If people are dirty, you can kind of tell them like, hey, you smell. Go take a bath. And they'll go, okay, I guess. But with dogs, they can't really understand. Okay. Our next part here has plurals. Yes, Bailey, you have a question? Yeah, dogs are really smart and they'll figure things out. So if they notice, hey, every time I go in this bathroom, I always get into the bath. And if they don't like baths, they don't ever want to go in that bathroom for anything. Yeah, some dogs are super smart. They'll pick up on things and they'll learn things super quick, like tricks and different things like that. Yeah, they'll try their best to get delicious smelling food. Okay, the plurals. So these are words again where when they become plural, we can't just add an S or an ES. These ones are a little bit trickier. They're the irregular plurals. Who can tell me? Tooth. If you just have one, like when you're a baby and you get one tooth that grows in, you have a tooth. But right now that you have a bunch, what do you call them? Messiah? Teeth. How do I spell that, Messiah? Perfect. So instead of tooth, it turns into teeth when you've got a bunch. What about mouse? If there's just one little mouse crawling around your house, hey, that rhymed. When there's a mouse crawling around your house, it's just one. But if there's four or five, like in that movie Ratatouille, what would you call it? Not mouse, not mouse with an S or with an ES, not mouses. What would it be? Bella? Who can help her out? It's not mouse. It's not mouse. It's not mouses. It's what? Alexa? Mice. So this one, how would I spell it, Alexa? Perfect. If you have more than one mouse, it would be mice. M-I-C-E. Okay. Goose. Goose. Again, these are not our regular plurals. So these ones turn to something else. If you have more than one goose, it wouldn't be gooses. What would it be? Brianna, not time yet, Violet. And how would I spell that? Perfect. So if I have one, it's goose. If I have more than one, it's geese. Okay, I saved the best for last. Sheep. If I have one, it's sheep. If I have 17, who can tell me? What do you think it would be? If I have one, it's sheep. If I have, sorry, if I have more than one, what would it be? Kylie, what do you think? What would it be? What would it be? It's okay. You're right. Sheep does not change whether there's one or five or 1,000. Sheep stays sheep. Okay, last box for Tuesday. What change is needed, if any? Let's see if we can find a mistake in our sentence. We caught Spotty and he finally got his bath. We caught Spotty and he finally got his bath. A says we need to add a comma after Spotty. So right here, they think there should be a comma. B says change the period to a question mark. So they think here, instead of a period, it needs to be a question mark. C says change spotty to spotty. Spotty to spotty. I don't hear a difference. Who can tell me what's the difference between spotty and spotty? What are they trying to change? What are they trying to change, Bella? Oh, good eye. it changes from a capital S in Spotty to a lowercase s in Spotty. And then D says it's perfect. There's no mistakes. So let's see. A says we need to add a comma right here. B says that instead of a period, it should be a question mark. And C says that it should be a lowercase s, not a capital S. Who can tell me what answer choice? Oh, sorry, D says that it's perfect. Who can tell me what answer choice they think is correct? Is there a mistake in this sentence, or is it perfect? Messiah. A, add a comma after Spotty. Why do you think the comma should be there? There's a fanboy right here. So let's see, Messiah, if we have two complete sentences. If I have two complete sentences, then you're absolutely right. I need to have that comma. Okay, if we remember from the first week, I told you guys a trick to check for complete sentences. We say, I believe that, and we read the sentence. So we're going to check this first part. I believe that we caught Spotty. Okay, that's good. So we have one complete sentence. Let's see if we have the second one. I believe that he finally got his bath. Yeah, I've got two complete sentences. One, we caught Spotty. And the second one, he finally got his bath. The Messiah is correct. If I'm going to put these two complete sentences together, I need a comma and I need a fanboy word. They already have the fanboy word, so they need to have a comma. Okay, I'm going to leave this up so that way if you missed anything, if you need to fix anything, it's up here for you, and I'll give you some time to do that.